with me?
Just seen on you. Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
I just seen the video for the new Go on You.
Oh, you just saw that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go over it here. Hang on. Got a few friend requests. There we go. Bam! I think I'm like, I haven't counted yet because there's no counter, but I have to be over like 300 friends on Smite right now. I feel so special. I feel so special. Alright, so hang on, let me just go ahead and... I think I'll take the dive and post on Reddit. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
They don't like you doing that. They hate you doing that.
What's that? Post on Reddit?
Yeah, you post too much.
It's like, how dare you self-promote?
I know.
Screw you, Reddit admins.
I'll be like, to be honest, if they'd have said that to me, I'd have gone, I'm following the rules.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, for God's sake.
What? Cancel. Link, okay. Ah, that suggests submit. That is a URL. Really? What is it, HTTP? Submit!
Can people hear us or not?
Yeah, people can hear us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure he actually did enjoy his first Smite game stream.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Someone asked in chat if you enjoyed your first Smite game stream.
Somebody has said that. Alright, hang on here. Smite. And submit. Alright, it's on Reddit. So go upvote it, people. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was a good time. It was a good time. A little nerve-wracking, but I enjoyed it. Alright, I just went ahead and posted it on Reddit. If you guys want to go upvote it or downvote it. I don't know. It depends on if you're a Reddit person. There's the post. I went ahead and posted it.
Depends if you're an arsehole or not.
That's right. That's right. I swear, I don't know what like the Reddit algorithm is, and I've looked into it a million times. Yeah.
You need
we'll be going in. That's right,
It's
Skeleton. You
fine.
can just go ahead and call in once we get to that Tencent. I guess it's pronounced. I don't want to say Tencent, but Tencent.
Yeah, I think it is Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent.
But it's like real quick. It's not slow. It's like Tencent. So anyways, if you guys are just joining us, Risty and I are pretty much just going to go ahead and put on a pre-GamesCom kind of tournament discussion, go over some of the stuff that's been released the last few days, kind of talk about it, see what your guys' opinion is. If you guys have opinions, post it in chat. If you want to go ahead and call in, please do so. It'll just take me a second to accept it, but bear with me. I'll let you know when we're looking for call-ins throughout the show if I don't answer right away or anything like that. So let's go ahead and bring up that post. Let me go ahead and grab it. The post I'm looking at, I'll just go ahead and post it in chat. It's kind of like an overall post that we did see come out that kind of contains everything. I guess this is by Wagner Warrior that did go ahead and post a little bit. And there's a ton to go over. New Chinese gods, Smite development updates, Smite background story, the partnership with Tencent, the new gameplay trailer, which I think is like the best gameplay trailer I've seen yet, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Even the ones that have been like player made that have been doing really good ones, they've just come out.
We haven't seen a lot of the additional information that has come out on there. Like, there hasn't been any cool videos of like techno music along with it or anything like that. So good to know. I will go ahead and post it again in chat. I guess, where would you like to start, Risty? With all that stuff we got there, what's the first thing you want to start with? How about we go over tonight? Just kind of discuss. I'll go ahead and post
what we doing?
We'll go over tonight in regards to the tournament layout.
Okay.
I posted it in chat. I'll throw it up on stream. Some of the information. So, if you guys looked on Facebook, they did go ahead and post under facebook.com/SmiteGame. Says join Hi-Res Bart and JCap LOL. So I found that this was JCap LOL. I looked it up and it's like, is it Jason Kaplan? I have no clue who this guy is that's helping stream with Bart. I was kind of surprised.
Even Duke didn't know who it was yesterday. He was like,
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm not really sure like who they selected. Like I understand it's gonna be on like an isolated server, so it's not like they can be like, hey Risty, come cast with us remotely. You know, that wouldn't work that well. So I don't know who they selected to. I guess it's Jason Kaplan, but I know the guy plays League of Legends, and I think he casts for League of Legends, but. I'm going to be really eager to see what actually ends up happening with having him cast at the live event.
They could have always asked me to go. I might have been able to go.
That's right. You could have planned ahead. It was like, oh man, I didn't know. So, anyways, what we're seeing here. Let me go ahead and post on Twitter real quick here. On the Twitter.
I am not at that level yet.
On what, Twitter?
No, the live LAN kind of casting for high res sort of thing. I don't even get to cast the weekend one, let alone go to a LAN. Jesus Christ. It's kind of a good thing to see as well, because if you look at Gamescom, the invited teams that have gone,
yeah,
2 are sponsored, 2 are not. So for any sponsors out there that are looking for stuff, well, people that want to pick up teams, there's 2 teams there that are in like managed to get into the invitational.
Yeah.
They haven't been picked up.
Yeah.
So potential there.
Well, that'd be interesting. Well, let's go ahead and go over the teams that are invited. So we do have Cognitive Gaming EU, we have SK Gaming, we have Bipolar Method, and Vengeance Esports. Or, I'm sorry, Vengeance Sports, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting sports. I would have thought it said esports or something, but Vengeance Sports. So, which team is it? I know you were familiar with this. That is actually like had a few subs step in.
Oh, it was Cognitive Gaming.
Cognitive Gaming.
Yeah,
did they say why?
Cuvo, Fred, and Trix Tank couldn't go. So.
Okay, so Cognitive Gaming kind of has 2 people filling in, which is quite interesting. And what are those 2 players out of that list? And guys, I'll go ahead and post what we're looking at in chat right now.
The 2 people that have subbed in are...
Is that Muggy Wawa or whatever?
Yeah, Muggy Wawa and Proxy QQ.
Proxy QQ. Okay, I've heard of Proxy QQ before.
He was in E-Lemon.
Yeah, I haven't heard of Muggy Wawa. Interesting name there. But either way, pretty cool to see. I guess my question, throwing it over to you, is who are you rooting for? Is there any in particular team?
Well, I kind of know Sayo a little bit, so it's kind of. I like SK Gaming because of the weird tactics they come up with. Like I say, they're the only 2 people. They're the only team that I know of that do the duo mid lane.
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else that does their 2 on the side lane, 1 solo lane, the regular mid. So, well, they're doing the 2 single lanes outside and the duo mid, and I really like that. Also, the Naja mid build, and kind of Sayo likes mixing it up.
Sure.
But then...
Because right now we have Cognitive Gaming EU and SK Gaming, which are our 2 sponsored teams, correct? And then...
Cognitive and SK, yeah.
And then we have Bipolar Method and Vengeance Esports, which are kind of our underdogs, per se.
Bipolar Method, kind of, when they're in their games as well, I think the last ones I casted them, I can't remember who they were up against. I think it was up against Exposed Secrets.
Yeah.
They were a bit passive.
Well,
they was like very reactionary compared to...
Some of the guys on that team have been around for a while now within the Smite scene. We have Young Bay, Spoo, Lobster. I mean, those 3 guys I've heard of going back quite a while. So they're definitely not new necessarily to the scene. So we'll have to see with Bipolar Method. Something cool, actually, and I didn't know this until I actually went on Hi-Rez's Facebook page. But if you go on their Facebook page, it's a round-robin tournament. Did you know this?
Round robin? What's round robin?
Round robin is like Team A plays Team B, then Team A plays Team C, then Team A plays Team D. So like it's like StarCraft 2, like a pool setting.
Okay.
So I mean, if we take a look here, first off, we can go ahead and click on the schedule on that link that I did put in chat. So yeah, as Ridigar says in chat, you know, everyone plays each other. So if we go ahead and look there, tonight at they say 10:10, which I think this is based off of Central Time. Is that what I saw on Facebook?
Yeah, it's CST. CET.
No, it's CET. So at 10:10 CET, we're gonna have SK Gaming versus Vengeance Esports. Then at 11:30 CET, we're gonna have Cognitive Gaming EU versus Bipolar Method. Now, going to 1250 CET, we're going to have Cognitive Gaming EU versus Vengeance. And then we're going to have at 1410, which is 210, we're going to have SK Gaming versus Bipolar Method. Then at 3:30 a.m. CET, we're going to have Cognitive Gaming EU versus SK. Then finally, at 4:50 a.m., Bipolar Method versus Vengeance Esports. Keep in mind, guys, this is over in Germany, so it's kind of like that different type of setup.
So basically, it's like groups.
It is. It's like a group, and I'm not really sure. Let's see here. They have Smite Land tournament rules. I'm trying to find out, like, how things are going to go in regards...
How do you actually work out who advances and who doesn't?
And that's what I'm looking at, and I think it comes down to your score, and that's what I'm trying to see. So if I jump
overall,
in here
whoever
and
won the
look,
most wins.
I'm trying to see... I'm looking in the tournament rules, and I'm trying to see if there's any information. Guys, I'll post in chat for the tournament rules for tonight. Here's the link. See, there isn't really anything about this round-robin method. My guess is going to be, and this is just a guess, none of the information I've seen so far, but my guess is that it's going to come down to who has the best record. And then the top two teams that have the best record will, move on. And because it's third and fourth, so, we'll have to see. I assume there'll be a grand final. I'm really surprised because I feel like this is the first time that we have seen High Res actually publish at one of their events a schedule. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Because normally they just kind of go, the teams are playing at so-and-so time.
Exactly. Usually, sometimes they don't even announce when they're going to be playing. Like when we saw PAX and other events, it was like, yeah, guys, the tournament's going to be today. All right, great. And you're like, well, when's the tournament going to be? When are my favorite teams going to play? And now we're seeing that information. So, it looks like, okay, they posted here, we are currently looking into rebroadcasting the tournament onto Smite Game at a later time. This post will be updated once the information is finalized. So it sounds like it's going to be on ESL TV _Smite starting at 10 CET, and then hopefully tomorrow, midday, it'll be on Smite Game, I would hope. What'll
end up after happen? It'll end up just being rendered, sent up, and then streamed over the channel. It'll be pre-recorded, rebroadcast.
Yeah. No, and I think that's perfectly okay. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I like that. I would rather see, like, PAX we had a lot of issues with, and I understand PAX was not a tournament event. It was a showcase event to show off their games. So it was just a disaster. We'll just put it out there. It was a disaster, but it sounds like they're taking... All of them so
far have been a disaster.
What's that?
All of them have been a disaster
so I'm thinking they're taking the steps and saying, listen, we're going to put it on ESL or whatever, let them handle it, but if you guys want to see everything redone, it'll be rebroadcast at a later date, which is pretty cool. So that's what's going on tonight, guys, for the tournament. We have about...
The round robin thing, by the way, I've just seen what it does. Keeps a tally of each team's wins and losses. The team with the best record overall, with overall games, have been completed is the winner of the tournament.
So there isn't even a grand finals. It's just like, wow, so it's kind of cool. So looking at our schedule for tonight, let's just go ahead and go through it real quick. SK Gaming versus Vengeance Esports. Who do you think is going to win?
SK.
Cognitive Gaming EU versus Bipolar Method.
Cognitive.
Cognitive versus Vengeance.
I can put how I think the whole result...
Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, first, second, third, fourth. Who do you have?
SK, Cognitive, Bipolar Method, Vengeance.
Chat room, who do you guys think is going to win this tournament? If I was to go through the list and look at the teams for it, I'm going to say Cognitive first, SK second, Bipolar Method, and Vengeance. That's who I would go with. In particular, it looks like chat room saying SK Gaming.
We've only got one person.
Yeah, one person, SK Gaming. It's like, come on, you people have no voice. I was like, don't make me do this. Oh, I got Vengeance. Vengeance is going to do it. Interesting. I'll have to see. The best will win.
To be honest, if the teams put their research in of their other teams, you could get a proper upset, because like with a lot of StarCraft stuff, if you do the research, you know exactly how they're going to play, and it kind of helps out that way. And also the fact that you know how they're going to play, they're probably doing it to you, so you've changed your tactics slightly, then they're not prepared for the new tactics you're going to have, and it just kind of makes for a bit more interesting game.
Well, I think it's kind of cool because this kind of reminds me of GSL Code S, where with StarCraft 2, where like one player plays another, but they have a week to prepare. Well, these guys have had weeks to prepare versus their opponents, so I'm really interested to see, you know, how well they know the other team. Because, you know, there's plenty of VODs out for them to study the other team. They played these other teams week in and week out. So we're really going to have an opportunity to go ahead and see the differences, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll have to see. So that's kind of scheduled for tonight, going over that with the teams as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other material that has come out. And we'll go ahead and go over this link right here. I'll put it in chat, guys. And my thought is, let's go ahead and we're going to roll each of these videos. I'm going to go ahead and put them up on my screen. We'll go through the video, we'll watch it, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it afterwards. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and roll for you guys is the new Chinese gods. Bear with me, let me get that set up. We'll go ahead and show it, and then we'll kind of talk about it. If at any time you guys want to call in and give your opinion on any subject, please do. Go ahead and call in on Skype, the Smite update, and I'll try to take your call as soon as I can. So let me go ahead and pull this down, and we'll be back right after this video.
It's where you turn the volume up so loud it blows out their ears.
Alright, so what are your thoughts there? There's a lot to go over in that video. I'm actually going to go ahead and just replay it here for you guys with the volume off and repeated. We actually got to see a lot there. I'll throw it over to you, Risty. So right off the back in the very beginning, we saw Guan Yu's been redone. What are your thoughts on his new art going on there? You're muted there, Risty. You muted yourself, sir.
Would help. Yeah, that would help. I feel they've just gone with the very HD orientated art design that they're going with now. So I wonder how many gods that they're going to go back over and redo the whole model again, just to give them this kind of look.
Well, it looks amazing. It's definitely going in the new art direction so far. I definitely like it for Guan Yu. It makes him look more serious compared to before. Yeah. He looked very cartoony.
I love the fact they fixed Talu Assault as well. Now it does like swooshy noises rather than the.
Yeah, somebody said that in chat. Moonfu in chat said that exact thing. It's more of like a whoosh, whoosh, compared to the sound that we're used to hearing. He's a little more serious. I really like his look. Now here's my question. They redid Guan Yu. So what about all of his previous skins? Did they redo those as well? Are we going to lose those? you know, what happened with the previous Guan Yu skins. And then my second question, is that horse his new alt?
Yes.
Seriously?
It is. Yep.
That looks ridiculous. All of a sudden, we're now getting into, like, mounts in the game.
Well, look how far that's going to let him travel. Do you want another gap closer?
Oh, I know. Well, it was pretty much the entire lane. He was able to travel almost the entire lane, which was pretty cool. So, but yeah, my second question there is like, all right, when are we going to see the other guys redone? Because I'm sorry, but Odin looks like crap compared to this Guan Yu now. So, like, I want to see them put out, like, a whole new package and be like, all right, new gods package, and they pop in, you know, brand new stuff. Because, like, look, they redid Ra. So Ra was redone, which Ra is one of the early gods.
Artemis could do with a facelift as well.
Yes, some of her newer skins look really cool, but her current a facelift. She needs a facelift.
Yeah, she needs a facelift, man. They're just not stretchy enough.
So outside of Guan Yu, let me go ahead and jump ahead. Oh, there we go. In chat, Hell. They've been talking about the Hell redo for so long. Like, what's been up with that? You know?
Well, some of the Hell designs have been really clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just not doing it, to be honest. I don't know why they redone Guan Yu.
I mean, it has to do with the announcement. With the whole Chinese thing.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, but if you think of it, look at their art direction over the past 6 weeks. They have, like, gone through and redone everything prior to releasing this to China. So I feel like that they felt pressure to bring out this.
China probably felt it was going to be a bit too cartoony how it feels at the minute.
It could have been. They could have honestly, and we'll get into this in a little bit. They could have talked with like Tencent, and Tencent been like, "This is what we feel you need to do before introducing into the Asian market." And Hi-Rez probably went, "Well, no shit, we'll definitely do it because you know what you're talking about." And then they went ahead and did all these things. So we'll get into that more when we talk about the Tencent discussion. But how about this? Go ahead.
It's kind of funny as well because Tencent are League of Legends pretty much, but League of Legends isn't HD. It's very cartoony.
Yeah.
So
well, maybe yeah.
But maybe they just wanted two different
was redone,
perspectives.
though. The maps were redone. The UI was redone over the past 6 weeks. All these gods are redone. I feel like a lot has been redone recently. But let's go ahead and talk about this other god here that comes in. The very fat, overweight god.
Cool or something like that, wouldn't
well, I was going to... I don't know how to pronounce this. But it looks like... I mean, if I was to go ahead and throw it out there... what is it? Hung Ku? I feel like the Z is silent.
Probably. If it's either that or it's Zongkul. Zongkul. I don't know. But
let's go.
Yeah.
Now
you never know which letters are silent, do you? It's like watching Sri Lanka. It's like, where's the sh? There's no shirt in that.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Alright, now I gotta look it up.
Alright, how are you going to pronounce it?
Yeah, I do, because people will drill you so
Did you ever
hardcore.
watch like a really crappy like redo of a comic called Spawn? There was a film out that was done of it.
Spawn? You talking about Spawn as
yeah.
like Spider-Man Spawn?
No. It's actually like a bloke died, was a warrior for the devil and stuff like that, got given a cool suit and stuff like that, but there was a big fat dude in it. And it looks kind of like him. You've also got the Butcher from possibly Diablo 1. Gives him that kind of... Generally, just some fat, useless god, really. He's going to crush you like Bacchus.
Alright, this is interesting. So I'm looking at it, and it looks like it's pronounced Chung, like C-H-U-N-G. So, like...
Chung.
Like, it sounded like Chunga, but Chung, and then K-W-E-I. So, Kui? I don't know. I'm going to have to wait.
I'm going to say Chungku. Chungku.
Yeah.
Because he's cool.
Yeah, so Chungku, Kui, I don't know. Either way, though, this guy's kind of interesting. Did you see the Reddit post that was like, nipple confirmed, because in the video they show his nipple?
Yeah, it's got piercing in it as well.
It's got a little, what is that called? Yeah, there it is right there. And I could care less, but people were like making a big deal about it. There it is, right there, right on the stream.
2 rings in a ring.
That's right. He's actually got 3. Yeah, he's got a big ring and 2 little ones on there.
Oh no, it's 3 in there. 3.
Yeah, there is. So, you know, kind of cool though. I mean, the detail on the god is definitely interesting. He reminds me of like a Bacchus with a giant paintbrush.
Yeah, I'm going with you.
You know what I mean? He looks like a Bacchus with a giant paintbrush. So, at the very end of that video, I feel like that video could have been like 10 times longer. We do get Sun Wukong kind of model art coming back in here, and that's what we see up on stream right now. Sun Wukong kind of coming back to us. What are your thoughts on his new model?
I loved what Dry Bear said. Sun Wukong, in his absence, went to the gym. That's pretty good.
He went to the gym and got in a fight with a razor, it looks like.
Pretty much.
He looks badass, though. I will admit he looks 10 times better than what he did. It's definitely going in that new art direction, too, though.
Did you ever remember, like, I think it's like a 70s show, Monkey Magic? Like,
I do not.
There's a dude, like a Chinese dude that was like a monkey, had like a staff that would go really small behind his ear, and he'd also fly around on top of a cloud. That's who it reminds
you're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
No.
Okay.
No, way before then.
It looks like a Dragon Ball Z guy, though, doesn't it? He's
no,
got, like, the tail
I will
Dragon Ball
try
Z.
and find it now. I will try and find it because I've said this to somebody else, and I was like,
so I think we can both agree we like the new Sun Wukong's kind of overhaul.
It looks like he's gonna hurt you.
He does.
He's gonna bend you over backwards. Gonna hurt you. Yeah.
Now, as long as when he comes back, all his skill set is now it has to be completely different, or else it would be too much like Han Bat. So I'm eager to see what happens with this. So there's Sun Wukong. And kind of a little bit going on there. Now, I get those are the Chinese gods. What lore does All Kong fall under? Is that like Japanese? Do you know?
All Kong. What you mean, like Sun Wukong?
Yeah. No.
Ao's Chinese, I believe.
Why did they not put anything in here about him though? I'm trying to look it up right now. Yeah, he's Chinese. He got nothing at all. He wasn't even in the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if they were going to do a full Chinese god
I think they just didn't put him in because it doesn't match the new graphics.
I guess.
He's very, like, old school thing.
I guess. But I feel like everyone out, come on now. Give him more attention. So that was the first video, guys, the new Chinese gods. Let's go ahead and go into the second video, which is the new Smite development.
Here we go. I found it. What
did you find?
The thing I'm saying about Monkey Dude, I'll put it in chat. You have to kind of skip through.
Guys, the tournament starts in about 40 minutes here. So
skip through to about
11
a minute.
o'clock CST. Okay.
Watch that and watch it from a minute.
Sorry, 11 o'clock EST. Okay, I got this video up here that you're torturing the viewers with right now.
Yeah.
And alright, I'm at a minute right now.
Yeah, 1 minute and then play it.
Alright. Look at these. Wow, this quality is awesome. Oh, this thing. Wow. Seriously?
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Wow. Okay. So, let me go ahead and get up this second video, which is the Smite development video. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up 1 second here, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and play that. When we get back, we'll go ahead and go over it and discuss it. Alright, so there's definitely a lot to go over in that video. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to re-roll it on stream for you guys while we go ahead and talk about it. So, first off, yeah, you guys can call in anytime if you want to talk about the Smite, some of the stuff we're going over here. So in the development video, they go through, kind of the different maps and the overhauls. That's nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Smite's come a long way with some of the looks, so pretty cool. But let's go ahead and actually jump ahead here to some of the stuff which kind of comes down to the nitty-gritty. Let me go ahead and jump ahead.
It's just like the Smite timeline, basically, isn't it? What it started off with.
I mean, that wasn't even what it started out with. That's like what it was like last week. You know what I mean?
Well, it had like the original like start screen and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the first off, going ahead and pointing at it, coming in Q4, 10 versus 10. What are your thoughts on that?
Clusterfuck. That's what that's going to be. You think CC's bad enough in 5v5. Imagine what it's going to be like in 10 versus 10.
Okay, here's my thoughts. 10 versus 10 needs to be on a brand new map structure. It needs to be huge. And what I mean by that is look at like your Smite battleground size. That's what I want to see out of it, like a 10 versus 10. Something very large. I would say take Conquest and double the size of it.
I want Arctic Valley.
Conquest is, yeah, right? Conquest is made for your standard 5-on-5. Well, double it. There's your 10-on-10. I think the size needs to be very large, but I don't want to see a Conquest map layout. I'm just talking map sizing. Unfortunately, we're not seeing that. In this video, we're seeing a 10 versus 10 playing directly on an arena map. Something else I want to go ahead and point out is look where, I think as well, where did I see it at? I saw two, did I see two, let's see here, ISISes? I think I did. Hang on, let me find it.
I thought
right
I saw
there.
an ISIS.
Is that it right there? No, that's ISIS and Neat. I thought it was, oh no, right there, that was. ISIS and ISIS. Hang on. Right in this video.
No, they're the same. They're the same.
Yep, there's two ISIS playing at the exact same time. What are your thoughts on that? Because that's the first time we're seeing that.
What do you mean? That's in arena. You can see two ISISes playing at the same time.
Well, correct, but what I mean, yes, correct, but they're on the same team.
Go back. I don't believe that was on the same team.
You don't think?
Go back. No, did I again?
I am. I'm kind of going back and forth. Unless,
I'm watching it.
Well, you know what? There's no distinction between the teams.
No,
okay.
That
is correct. So
no
you can't tell if they're on the. Okay, the only reason I said that they're on the same team is because they're fighting in the exact same direction.
Yeah, to be honest, you see a bit earlier on that they were fighting kind of opposite ends, but it's very kind of sketchy. I couldn't really kind of put anything definite on that one. I don't think it will be though. You won't be able to have two of the same god because that would just be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm just kind of thinking, but I mean, overall, on a 10 versus 10 map, I don't think it's a great idea to throw it on arena. Do you agree with me as well?
No, yeah, it needs to be at least double the size. No, even more. I'm thinking 2 assaults, like that whole span,
yeah,
but with a massive, huge couple of lanes at least.
So you like the Coliseum look, just larger?
Yeah. Very. I want.
Yeah, if they do that, I could see that. Coliseum, but twice the size, but I want to see other obstacles. Like, did anybody play SWOTOR in chat and play their P versus P where like there was like a fire pit going on at the same time and like I don't know, just random other stuff on the map.
You mean Hutball and stuff like that?
Yes, exactly.
Hutball was good.
Yeah, like that type of stuff. Something like very unique there where like the map interaction can harm you. Different things would be really cool to see on there. I mean, if they're gonna keep it on arena, I agree. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Maybe not double. That's pretty big, but. Because if not, then the game is slower. Because the reason arena is nice is because they're stacked on top of each other. But let's stick with arena.
Speed objectives would be quite cool. Because like in Hubble, obviously we get a side, but like something, give them something to go for, something to actually fight for.
Sure. So if you guys are in chat, I want to go ahead and call in and give us your thoughts, opinions. What about ideas for 10 versus 10? What can Hi-Rez do to an arena map in order to encourage different objectives on the map? What can happen? I mean, on Conquest, there's different things on the map. There's towers that you need to destroy, which is considered an objective. You have your phoenixes that you can destroy as an objective. you know, saying there's the fire giant, there's Gold Fury. Well, what about putting some of these type of things into this 10 vs 10 map compared to just, hey, it's an oversized arena, you know?
Some people are asking for like someone said about 10 vs 10, put it on Conquest. If they put it on Conquest, that'll be the biggest cop out I've ever seen, because it'll just go from two duo lanes and a single lane to a quad and a duo lane in the middle. It'll be a giant cop out, and there's no point. I'd rather not have it if that's what they're going to do.
Correct. Let me check
we'll see.
Quick here. Alright, I just want to check something here. So anyways, moving on from here, any last thoughts on the Smite development video released this past week that we did see?
No. There was a few things that I kind of looked and thought, no, that's different. No, that ISIS was killing somebody else. No, it just showed the journey through Smite, where all like the UI changes, the map changes, and everything like that. So it's kind of probably just showing people where it's kind of come from. And to be honest, going back to what it looked like to what it looks like now, it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll the next video. This is going to be the background story. Pretty interested in seeing this. So this actually came out. It's labeled the Smite background story. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that. When we get back, we'll go ahead and discuss it. And go ahead and call in, guys, if you guys want to talk about anything that has come up with GamesCom, any of the new news or anything like that. Doesn't have to be on this direct subject. We don't mind getting off topic. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and when we get back, we'll go ahead and talk about it.
Coveting the powers of faith, the gods created civilization. Since then, miraculous signs were spread throughout humanity. To make their presence felt by all creatures, the demigods descended to the human realm. Humanity devoutly worshipped the gods and prayed for their peace. Yet, cycle after cycle, catastrophes devastated earthly civilization. In the wake of these revelations, the faith of humanity was on the brink of collapse. This foolish treachery is deluding our subjects. Only destruction can bring them back under our rule. Let's send out the demigods for battle. I fear their loyalty has already decayed. Worthless humans. Death is your only way home. Petty warriors, the brilliant light of Aegis shines upon your armor. The flames of war have been ignited. The majestic gods are the awakening of humanity. Who will you fight for?
Alright, so first off, we have a video here which is supposed to be...
Trailer than we did.
What's that?
They got a better trailer than we did, man.
Well, I mean, here's my thoughts. We have this video that comes out. This is the background story it's supposed to be for Smite. And when I saw the title of this at first, I was like, oh! We finally have a nice, like, CGI cinematic. This is awesome. It's a bunch of pictures. And I'm like, ah! I'm like, are you kidding me? And chat rooms in here saying, oh, well, you know, it isn't even a story. It isn't even a story. You know, what's going on? I mean, I understand, you know, they're trying to be very generic. They're trying to discuss, you know, why we see the gods fighting, why the gods, what is the backstory of Smite? You know, what was the deal there? So, you know... It's an okay. The best part is when you see Anubis at the end, right?
Yeah, that was the best bit. Yeah.
You know, that was the best part. So that was kind of cool to see that going.
I'd have liked to have seen the Anubis stuff all the way through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just all that graphical bit.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that part. I feel like that was the only like part of CGI that we actually got to see. So
the story behind Smite,
yeah,
the way they portrayed it sucks. To be honest.
Correct.
I'm looking at it going. So you sent down they sent down the demigods to actually put us in line. Go fuck off.
Somebody in chat is like, the video is more confusing. It's like, exactly. The big question, underlying question, is why are the gods fighting? I mean, and I guess that's the big thing, and it's crazy because it goes from picture to picture with all this different there's all this different artwork and all these different things. You know, everything changes. The art type is so different. I mean, the coolest part is right here when we go ahead and see Anubis and kind of he's part of a statue and it falls apart, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, this is awesome. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and play it right here. It's like clipping
They
through.
leave you with a really good bit at the end, so you forget all the crap beforehand.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like, this is the best part of the video, and it's like 5 seconds long. I'm like, I want to see a whole thing about this. Like, this is really cool. So, I understand, like, CGI is super expensive and all that fun stuff, and I'm completely aware of that. So, kind of an interesting background story that we do see going on. We do have Buddhism 101 calling in. Let me go ahead and bring him into a call here.
That's your buddy, isn't it?
There's no buddies. There's no buddies. Yes, I played with him before.
Oh, Buddha. Hey, Buddha.
That's right. That's right. So let's go ahead.
Remember, this isn't the strategist, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
right? That's right. Let's see. Hey, Buddha, you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, not much. I'm sorry, I just messed everybody's webcams up.
That's okay. It's gonna happen. I just moved it around.
It doesn't matter.
So, have you been following any of this GamesCom stuff or any of the Smite announcements or anything like that?
Kind of. I've had work all day and I just got off, but I came home and heard what you guys were talking about, and I don't know much about Smite, but
Sure.
I have a question that's very, very, very little related, but a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
All right, so Smite is not moving from a 5v5 to a 10v10 kind of format, but it is going, to be an integrated part of the game, it seems.
Yes.
So this is totally unrelated, not going to happen ever, but what do you guys think about, like, a planet-side kind of Smite, where you have, like, thousands of people on both sides battling over, like, this huge map and gaining control over everything?
I think it'd be super cool, but they definitely don't have the servers right now to support that.
No, I'd like I said, I'd like an Arctic Valley version. I think Planetside a bit much, but
Yeah.
like 40 on 40 would be quite funny.
Yeah.
That would be different, especially like if it was old-fashioned Arctic Valley, where they had to kind of do the old objective stuff, where you had to capture the mines, capture all the blood, get the old like elementals up and stuff like that. That'd be really good if they kind of did weird.
It'd be
like that.
sick though to have like all these gods, like, you know, even if it's 40 on 40. Can you imagine? Like, I mean, I think we're at 41 gods right now. Can you imagine like 40 on 40, just god, like just craziness going on? It would be awesome. It would really be cool. That's what I would consider like a war, like a battle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And that would be kind of cool to see with just all those gods. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. I think
it would be so chaotic because
a
there'd
lot
be
of
so
time
many
coming.
stuns go out. You wouldn't be able to do anything. Beads would be like
Ugh.
priority, so it ages.
So here's
Even
my
though-
other question for you, Buddha. You've been into a League of Legends for a little bit here. What are your thoughts on the publishing company that pretty much made League of Legends what it is, just went ahead and partnered with Smite? Do you know
That's
that?
cool. I hate publishing companies right now because I work
Okay.
for a QA company,
Okay.
and the publishers are dicks. So, yeah.
But do you think I mean, what are your thoughts in regards to what this does for Smite? Like, you know, you're very limited. Guys, I played with Buddha before. He's very limited on his knowledge of Smite, but he has played it with myself, you know, time and time again. He barely knows any of the gods or anything, but he's played League of Legends. He's played StarCraft 2. He's casted for MLG for StarCraft 2. With knowing just kind of what Tencent has done for League of Legends, you know, they're the prize pool behind all those Riot tournaments. They are the ones that dish out all that money. What are your thoughts on, you know, what this could do to Smite?
I think it could be really good for content updates, especially a publisher for like what League of Legends has. You know, they really like to put out kind of regular content with champions, skins, and really include a lot more that makes the game feel fresh, even though it's all basically the same except for one little thing. And you know, maybe we'll get a lot more variety. Well, not variety, because obviously you guys are growing the game and, you know, getting a lot of variety as is.
Sure.
But it might become a lot more regular, and I don't know. That's what I would hope for, at least.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get more into the Tencent here as we have time here. But awesome. Anything else you want to comment on, Buddha?
No, you guys are doing a great job. I'll step out and let you continue.
All right, have a good night,
Hey,
man.
well, when Buddha plays Sun Wukong, he likes going balls deep.
All right, we'll end on that note. That is a valiant note to end on there. If you guys are interested in calling in, giving your opinion, please go ahead and please do. You can go ahead. Oh, let me move this here. Oh, good. Here, I'm trying to get your camera back in place. Perfect. Go ahead and call in. You can call in over Skype. The name is the Smite Update. We're kind of going through just kind of some of the information released this week at GamesCom. The videos, the content, stuff like that. So please go ahead and call in if you guys want to talk about it. We're more than willing to take your calls. So moving on here, we had another video here, which is, let's go ahead and see, the partnership video. So let me go ahead and bring that up. I'm going to go ahead and play through it, and when we get back, guys, we'll go ahead and talk about it. So bear with me for 1 sec here. So pretty crazy video there. This was pretty much, if you guys are unaware, this is the introduction to high-res partnering. It's a partnership, not a buyout, partnering with Tencent, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Through this video, you guys will see that you guys see going on. You know, you're seeing a high-res kind of partnering with this Tencent company as a publishing company. What are your thoughts on this, Risty, off the back when you first heard about it? You're muted, Risty. You're muted.
They were. So,
Alright, so what do you got?
So what have I got? Well, I didn't know who they were, and I thought, as soon as someone's told me that they own League of Legends, well, yeah. Riot does, but they're the publishers for League of Legends, I went, ooh, that's pretty big. Yeah. So they're going to get the word out to quite a lot of people, so it'd be good to kind of see that happen. Also, if they can get it into the Asian market, that's a lot of players. There is a lot of people over there. Yeah. It's one of them ones that could go either way. It's going to be good for the game. Just going to be good for the game anyway. But depends what level. Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure. It could explode. It could just carry on as normal.
Yeah, I mean, for what I'm noticing, there's a few things to point out here. First off, Tencent. Its backstory, you know, we go ahead and see a bunch of these other games that they pretty much have. What this video is saying is, okay, Tencent is a publishing company which has made these other games a huge success. You notice how League of Legends is not listed as one of those games?
Yeah, actually, I did notice that. I was looking for it.
Yeah, I can understand that, as it is a direct competitor. something else to notice, and little things here and there is, okay, my big question is, what does this mean for Smite? I mean, okay, great, you're part of this publishing company. I mean, I guess the next thing falls to, well, what did they do for League of Legends is what I want to know. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm actually in the process of trying to get an email out to Hi-Rez Ezra because I want to actually sit down with a live interview with him over Skype, hopefully sometime this week, next week coming up, and reach out to him and just kind of, ask some of those questions. Well, what does this mean for Smite? How much say does Hi-Rez have on things versus, and ask those nitty-gritty questions, and maybe he can and can't answer some of them, but it'd be great to know a little bit more, because all of a sudden we just find out, okay, there's a huge partnership. Well, what does that do for Hi-Rez? I mean, yeah, Tencent is huge, and everyone is saying they made League of Legends what they are. Well, what did they do? My understanding was, I think it was with League of Legends, they came in offering, I think it was like $400 million to League of Legends. So that like completely skyrockets everything, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, all the extra
you throw
funding
$400 million at
yeah.
a company like Hi-Rez, like they're gonna go crazy over that because that's like huge. Like they're not that big of a game studio, so those are some of the things I really want to know. What does this mean? I mean, people are all concerned about everything. Now let's look at the other end. So outside of Tencent being introduced and the partnership, now Smite is being introduced into the Asian market, which, to my understanding, the Asian market is China, Korea, and Japan. And it's kind of what I put under that Asian market type of deal. What are your first thoughts about that?
Well, the Chinese and the Koreans always come up with the most interesting metas. We see that obviously with StarCraft, and the Chinese with Dota. So it'll be interesting
even
to
League
see
of Legends too. I mean, they're astronomical at League of Legends as well.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I stay away from League. It's kind of one of the ones I just look at it and go, yeah, I'm watching the cartoon. But no.
Sure.
One thing I was kind of figuring about as well, they're going to be the publisher for Smite and League of Legends. They're like direct competitors. So how is that going to affect obviously Smite in the long run, possibly? If they're under the same publisher. Yeah. And obviously Tencent's going to want them both to be successful.
Sure.
But if push comes to shove, they're going to pick the most successful one over the other.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because remember in the Chinese market, a lot of things have to be like perfect for the Chinese government to approve it being introduced into the market. Certain things that can and can't be into games and stuff like that. It's a very like strict market to get into. Tencent has the background with all the games they've come out with being introduced into the Chinese market, so I can understand that. My first thoughts looking over to the competitive side of things, though, is that we have kind of and I've posted on Twitter like all day, I was talking about it. We have a skill ceiling right now that we see set with our North American and EU scenes. And the ceiling's at a certain point. And what happens is when you introduce this into a culture where video game and esports are as big as North American football and baseball and hockey and all that stuff. Like it's huge. Like huge. Like that's going over in the UK and being like, okay, football in the UK, as in football, soccer, is just as popular as video games. And when you put something at that level, the scene is different, the public treats it different, the seriousness around the game is completely different. I mean, you see training houses with nutritionists, with physical trainers. You see training schedules and regiments going down. And so, like, when you introduce this into a scene which takes it so seriously, the skill ceiling raises astronomically. And I was saying it on Twitter today, the skill ceiling, once we start to see the Chinese market come into play, is going to get ripped open, and we're going to see a whole different set. It's going to make our Team Dignitases and our SK Gamings and our Bipolars and our Cognitive Gamings work twice as hard to be the best of the best.
Well, you're going to, I was going to say about, Kesper players as well.
Yeah.
We have got nothing, nowhere near Kesper player sort of quality.
Oh, sure.
And for what Kesper players are, for people that don't know about that, they're the teams that live in a house together and all they do is game. They have, like Octane was saying about the training regimes,
Yep.
the nutritionist, they also do the gym and stuff like that. But then they're playing anything up to like 18 hours a day.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Together, constantly. And the NA teams and EU teams can't compete with that.
Yeah.
There's just the dedication comes out from them that it's just going to be unreal. But the thing is, we won't see that until there's tournaments worthwhile to pay for it.
That's the thing. I think we're going to see. I mean, here's my thought. We're definitely. I'm hoping and praying that we're going to see region locks, where like you sign in and you're on the North American server,
yeah.
Or you sign in, you're on the EU server. You sign in, you're on the Chinese server. There's no in-game. And now maybe you could go ahead and change that as you'd like, but like there needs to be region locks so that when I log in, I don't play on a Chinese server where the lag's astronomically different. Like, I don't know how they're going to separate it, but there needs to be server locks.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel it kind of needs to go to like how StarCraft 2 does it, where they've got the regions, but you can, if you want, go log into another region.
Correct. And at first, StarCraft 2 went about it, whereas you had different game loaders for each one. Like, I used to play StarCraft 2 on NA, but if I want, every once in a while I want to play on the Korean side, so there'd actually be a completely different Korean client. We shouldn't really, and that was just because of the way like all the Chinese rules and all that went. Well, with Smite, if it's okay, I want to see a drop-down box. As soon as you log in, you hit a drop-down and you select what region you want to play in for that day. So for that day, I could play in the the North American side. The next day, I could play in EU. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just think if Smite ever gets to the point where people will go into like China and Korea to train.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be funny.
We have another call in real quick here. Let me go ahead and bring them in.
You're gonna lose my face.
You're gonna lose your face, right? All right, let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and add him into the call here, and you won't go too far. Hey man, how's it going?
I'm right there, done.
Good. So, what are your thoughts? What are your questions? What do you got going on?
Well, going back to what you were talking about earlier with
Sure.
the things about the new game mode with the 10v10.
Sure, definitely, go for it.
An idea popped into my mind about maybe a capture the flag.
That'd be
Where
cool.
everything is jungle,
Wow, that would be quite unique.
going
That'd
from
be
side
fun.
to side.
Yeah.
That would be.
No, a capture the flag I think would be cool. I think you could do a whole bunch with the 10 versus 10 setup, even if it is arena. I just feel like they need to put different platforms, like
Yeah.
different ramps and platforms available, so that there is some strategy with it. The only downside with that is that if you think of Smite, we only really see the people in Smite kind of they don't really leave the ground unless it's an ability that goes on or they get tossed up in the air. Well, all of a sudden if you have ramps and stuff like that, then you have to include like fall damage and stuff, Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
all of a sudden someone falls off the top of a giant, like a ramp or something that's higher up, you have to consider fall damage. You have to consider, all
And
that
also
stuff.
like targeted abilities, how you get them to go up.
Up and down and stuff
well,
like that, because
yeah,
right now it's on a
You have
two-dimensional
it
plane.
complicated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a really cool idea. I think they could do a ton with it. I mean, there's so many different game modes that they have. I mean, we have a bunch of cool mechanics now, but it's still all in the same playing field. So I think it's a great recommendation. Any other thoughts on any other subjects thus far?
I mean, I really like your idea of the region locking.
Yeah.
How you've
Yeah.
got the, because I've gone from NA to EU, and it's like the difference is astronomical playing from different parts of the world.
Oh, I could completely imagine. I mean, that was a big thing that we see within the tournaments too, is these type of issues where, EU players playing on NA can't hit stuns on their AAD characters and can't hit certain abilities, and vice versa for North America. And we've seen tournaments where, like joint tournaments, where teams have gone ahead and just surrendered after the 10 minutes just so they can get on to another game. Like, North American team wins game 1 on NA servers. They forfeit on the EU server game 2, and then they go to game 3. It's on the NA server because they lost, and then they go ahead and win it. So I think we definitely need to see that. It's a shame because I think Risty and I were actually talking about this, how Risty, we were talking about the NA and EU brackets for the high res, and there was like 32 teams, I think, or it was set up for 32 teams for the EU.
Yeah. we got the round of 16, but you guys have only got the round of 8.
Correct. So
we got-
like the size difference is astronomical, even though it's an NA based game. You know, so something interesting to keep in mind there. Server locks would definitely be super helpful. Any last comments you have, sir?
No, it's good.
All right, man. You have a good night. Thanks for calling in.
You too.
All right, let's go ahead and jump back in. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and play one more trailer that we do have here. And we will be, this is probably one of the cooler ones that has come out. Let me go ahead and bring it up. This is actually like a gaming trailer to help promote the game. But it's like the first one I feel like I've seen that actually has like the cool techno with it and all that fun stuff. So let me go ahead and roll that and pop that up on screen. And we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so pretty badass video that we just saw there. Risty, what are your thoughts? This is one of several video guys. We're going over some of the releases that did come out from GamesCom. Lots of new information. We've kind of gone over the new Chinese gods, the new development, the background story that just came out with the video. We went over kind of Tencent and the partnership that was completed, that was announced with Hi-Rez Studios and the publishing company Tencent. And now we have this new gameplay trailer video. What are your thoughts on this video here, Risty?
It's the best one we've had so far. It looks so cool, especially when you start seeing like the Apollo and the Zeus start going in their own lightning bolt bit. It's
Yeah,
like,
isn't that cool?
you could put people there and it would look just as good. I thought it was pretty epic and I quite liked it. It's definitely the best one we've had so far. On a side note, while I was watching the video, I was sitting there thinking what someone said about like the Asian side of players.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of stuff in like internet cafes. They play a lot of
Cyber
games
cafes,
there.
yep.
Yeah. It'll be interesting how they pick up Smite, because what someone said before, it was a well-known name that said it, is they like to play one-handed. They like to play isometric view because you can play that with just your mouse.
Huh.
Because
that's
they
an
sit in
interesting
an
thought.
internet cafe with one hand doing the game, smoking. That's how they're generally.
Why you gotta put a stereotype on it, man?
Well, it was just something that someone said, and I went, "That's a bloody good point." And now it'd be weird to see how they. Well, they're obviously going to pick up Smite.
Yeah,
but
sure.
it depends on like the level. But then the fact that they're not going to be able to smoke and play the game at the same time. So
Yeah, I'm really eager
we'll
to see how things work out. I mean, this is a really cool trailer video. I'd like to see more and more of them. The game is still in beta, so we all have to remember that, you know, what's going on. And I guess my question is, this type of stuff that we're seeing that came out is no longer beta stuff. Like, the game is ready to go live. Like, looking at all the stuff that has come out, the videos that are getting produced, the partnerships that are going on, the additional regional servers that are coming out, do you think we're going to see another Dota 2 where it's like, how long can we keep this in beta just in order to keep us safe?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what drives me nuts. It's like
they're gonna redo the whole artwork again.
Oh
with
my
all
God.
the gods.
I hate it. The artwork is all.
Well, you
They're
see
going to go
you see
through
the new-
all 41 gods and redo the
redo
entire
them.
artwork.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're gonna do it.
Hi-Rez is not in a place where they can play the Blizzard card where it's completely polished before it goes out. They're not in that place because they don't have the fan base which instantly grants you millions of dollars when the game releases. You know what I mean?
I think they even said somewhere that it's not coming out this year. There's no
Well,
way.
we
it's
saw
coming out.
Q4, which is, if those of you guys not familiar, Q4 is going to be towards the end of the calendar year. That the 10 vs 10 aspects coming on. So that's like, we're really far ahead. We're in August, in September, October, and then right around then is when October is when we're going to see 10 vs 10 come out. That's like two months and like 10 days ahead of time. That's like the first time we've seen that with Hi-Rez. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel they needed to announce something big while they were out there, so they thought they'd just give it up and do that one because they don't do many exhibitions, do they? They do a few round, but it's.
All right,
this
so I
is
have
the
to
big
say,
one
right now
packed as
it's
well.
11 o'clock, and wasn't it posted? It said 10 o'clock CET that the games would be going live. Let's see here. 10 o'clock CET on the 23rd. So, oh, it's tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Oh no, that's tomorrow, Friday. Okay. Starting at 10 o'clock CET, but it looks like it's tomorrow though. It says
10
the
o'clock.
23rd.
That means I'll be asleep when it starts. Crap! I've got to get up.
Bloody hell!
I don't want to get up. I'll just watch it from VODs. There we
Yeah,
go.
so guys, we are a little out here. It's not till 10 o'clock CET on the 23rd, not tonight, which is fine, no big deal.
It's like me watching StarCraft for you lot.
That's
It's 4
right.
o'clock
That's
in the
right.
morning,
Well, it's a Friday night. I'll be playing some DayZ, but I'm definitely going to be watching. Let's see what else we have here to go over. We had the Sun Wukong graphic, which we talked about. We talked about Guan Yu there. So at this point, I feel like we've kind of gone over most of the announcement that we've seen. Going from there, is there any last comments you have? I guess throwing it over to Risty. Any callers that want to go ahead and call in before we go ahead and close out our little segment here? But any last thoughts on kind of the stuff we went over today?
No, we just like I say, we're going to see a whole new artwork. I even feel that Chang'e, if you look at Chang'e, doesn't fit the new artwork that they're doing, like with Guan Yu and the new Sun Wukong.
Oh,
I feel
sure.
they're gonna go back that far, literally
Yeah.
from the most recent gods and redo the whole thing. So we're
I
gonna
don't
see.
think there's a need. I don't think there's a need for like.
They don't need to,
No,
but
they
they're
don't
gonna.
need to. Like, but we know it. Like, look how. Okay, I don't know how many times we talked about it on the Smite update last week. How many times they've redone the map, the conquest map. Like, I think we're on 4 or 5 so far. I'm not 100% positive just yet. But I mean, I don't know. I think they got plenty of time, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I don't think it's coming out till Q3 next year.
Q3
That's
of
what I'm
next
thinking.
year.
Yeah.
What is my guess here? Let's see. I think that's a good guess. Maybe the end of Q2 max. Only reason I say that is just because of my hope. But you know, it's like,
It's gonna be a beta that's in it for like 3 or 4 years, isn't it? And we're
it
just gonna
drives me
sit on
nuts because there's no need to. Like, they could have released it forever ago. And I mean, I understand they're trying to be like, you know, very touchy-feely about it type of deal. I want to make sure everything's kosher, but it's just like, oh man. But yeah, All right, well, without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and head out here. This was kind of just a quick little segment we wanted to put together, kind of going over the GamesCom content for the tournament coming up here in a little while. Risty, when you are not hanging out here, where can people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/RistyUK, twitch.tv/RistyUK, and Twitter @RistyUK. Very simple, very easy to find. I'm everywhere, sort of.
Good deal, good deal. Well, guys, once again, you can find me, Octane Pro, at OctaneProGaming.com. You can check out everything over there, from giveaway details to how to join the Minion Army. Some of that details are over there as well. My YouTube's over there, my Twitter. Before we go ahead and head out, I want to give away a copy of Dead Space that I got available to me. I do have a Steam code. This will be given away to people that are members. Guys, I do giveaways a few times a week, so this is actually going to go to people that are part of the Minion Army. If you're not sure what the Minion Army is, you can definitely check out some more details directly below the stream here. We give away headsets, gems, mice, games. So let me go ahead and bring up the information on that. This is Minion only, though. Minions only. So you have to be a Minion. There's nothing you guys have to do in chat. I just go into the Minion Army program I have. We're up to 142 minions, so we're growing, Risty. We're growing.
Doing well, doing well.
We're doing well.
And did you see the fact that we got another couple of games on that list that were
I
added?
did. I got an email today. I was
I
like,
found it before the email come through, and I was sitting there going, what the hell? Because I went in there to get, obviously, Battlefield 3 off, and I was well surprised. I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I had, like, the original Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 anyway, so the Uprising one's quite good. I don't know what this Populous is all about. Be a weird one to see.
Check it out. Let's see. All right, hang on. I'm getting the viewer or the winner.
You've only gone and broke it. You broke it. You have. You definitely broke it.
All right, I have our winner here. What did I break? What are you talking about?
It's taking so long.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I broke it. Yeah, right. All right, so the winner of a copy of Dead Space, it is a code that they can activate on Steam, is the Twitch user Brabaw, BRABAW. I will be going ahead and sending them a email. They'll get the code directly through email. Guys, if you guys are interested in winning in the future, you don't have to be here for the giveaways. For the Minion only giveaways, you just have to sign up for the Minion Army. You can sign up for the Minion Army directly below this video here. So please make sure you go check it out. There's a few quick, cool little benefits there. I actually need to talk to Beta. Beta, I gotta find out your schedule next week so we can play some CSGO. Beta donated $20 or more to the stream, so we'll be, if you donate $20 or more, it allows you to go ahead and, pick a game of choice, and, we'll go ahead and play together over Skype, at some point or another. So, I just saw something in this video that I want to point out.
What?
Hang on. I definitely just saw a god on top of, like, a mountain. Hang on. For domination.
You sure he just didn't? No, you sure he just wasn't kind of just overlooking it,
Hang
and
on.
it was the writing?
I don't
You can
know.
go back.
I don't know. Hang on. Where's it at? All right, right here. Right here. All right, you ready? Look at the video on my stream right now. Right,
I'm watching,
right
watching.
below the O in domination, there is a god of some kind sitting
It's a
there.
bird, isn't it?
But look, you get closer. What is that? Let me go back. What is that thing?
I'm waiting for you to get a bit closer.
Hang
It's a
on.
bird.
Why?
No,
Why
no.
is there a bird that's like the size of a god on top of a mountain?
That looks like an Easter egg sort of thing.
I don't know.
It
You
looks
know what
like,
I mean?
It looks like a weird bird.
Hang
but
on, hang
I'm
on.
not
Here it
sure.
comes. Hang on. Right there. Look, 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 look. Right below the O in domination.
Yeah.
You
see
know
it.
what? Somebody in chat, the Manicore. Is that
He's
the
sitting up there.
Manicore?
It's got. Looks like it's got the two heads.
Look at it right now.
There it is.
It is. Oh, it's gotta be because if I go back a little bit more,
It's sitting up there. It is. It's definitely it.
is that
They
the,
put
like, it's just hanging out on top of that rock there.
Boy, it's like dead. The vultures are gonna get around it soon.
Yes, that's fine. That's how it works. I'll play. The way the $20 donation works is I'll go ahead and play any game of your choice on Skype with you one night during the week. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and rewind this one more time, but I'm pretty sure I gotta.
That's the mannequin. It's got the two
check it
heads.
out.
Two-headed dragon.
Hang on, here it comes. Here it comes. Ready? There it is, right there. Look below the O. Look below the O. What is that? What is that? Right there, you can kind of see between the letters right there. I kind of froze it. Some type of creature. Right above the M. Sitting on top of that thing.
Isn't it as well, if you carry on, where you've stopped it where it's like positioned in between the letters,
Yeah.
look above, I'd say the eye, that a big eye, and there's another one kind of in the distance at the right.
Alright, let me look here. I'm rewinding it back. Alright, you got arena here.
Just before the middle of the lane, but on the right cliff up there as well.
Now somebody in game says, play domination and look up, it's a bird. Alright, I'm playing it right now.
It definitely had two heads, so I'm saying it's like
I see something flying in the distance, which is fine, but...
No, keep going, keep pausing it. It looks like something flying, but if you go a lot, keep going, there's something actually on the rock.
You know what? There's another one on the rock there.
Yeah.
Unless it's just some type, you know what? Unless it's just some type of bird. That's a good point as well. There's another one right here, hanging out right there. There's another one right in that area. So, all right. Anyways, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Speculation.
That's right, speculation. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining Risty and I tonight. We will be doing a Smite update on Monday, even though there is no patch. We're going to be doing a roundtable discussion. I'm currently in the process of getting together some guests. We're going to put together some nitty-gritty questions on all different subject matter. The competitive scene, on players, on teams, on the meta, on contracts, all that stuff. And we'll be talking about it in a roundtable discussion Monday night. So make sure you guys do check it out. It'll be Monday night, 8:30 p.m. EST, right here on this channel. All right, Risty, that's a wrap. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you.